I want you to think about the last time you had a genuinely good idea, a sharp take on something in your industry, a lesson from a project that didn't go the way you planned, an insight from a meeting that you thought, someone needs to hear this. What did you do with it? If you are like most professionals, you sat on it. Maybe you opened LinkedIn, stared at the blank post composer for 5 minutes, then closed it and got back to your actual work. Not because the idea wasn't good, but because turning a sharp idea into a polished, structured LinkedIn post with the right hook, the right format, the right visuals takes an hour you don't have. Here is what that silence is costing you. LinkedIn is the highest signal B2B platform in the world. 4 out of 5 members drive business decisions. A consistent, credible presence on LinkedIn compounds over time. It brings inbound leads, speaking invitations, career opportunities, and client referrals that find you without you chasing them. But only if you can stay consistent. And consistency is the one thing busy professionals fail at almost universally. Today I'm reviewing Dynal.AI, an AI LinkedIn content studio that just landed on AppSumo with a lifetime deal. It promises to solve the consistency problem by turning any idea, any link, any document, or any video into a ready-to-post LinkedIn post in your own voice. In minutes, not hours. I went through every feature, researched the founder's background, compared it against every alternative, and I am going to tell you honestly, is Dynal the shortcut to a LinkedIn brand that actually compounds? Let's find out. Quick note before we get into the features. I didn't pay for this tool to review it, and this is not sponsored. Here's what I did instead. I signed up for Dynal's free plan, which gives you enough credits to generate 3 real LinkedIn posts. I use that to test the voice learning and multi-source conversion features firsthand. I went through the Product Hunt launch thread from October 2025 to understand the founding team's thinking. I pulled real pricing data for LinkedIn ghostwriting services from multiple agencies and freelancer marketplaces to build the value comparison you will see in a moment. And I read every independent review I could find. If I find something weak, I'll tell you. If this deal is genuinely exceptional, I'll show you exactly why. Let's start with the problem. Let me describe the LinkedIn problem that affects almost every professional I know who should be posting, but isn't. The blank page problem. You sit down to write a LinkedIn post, you know what you want to say. But the moment your fingers hit the keyboard, the structure disappears. How do you open? What is the hook? Do you use bullet points or paragraphs? How long should it be? Do you add an image, a carousel? You spend 45 minutes on a post that gets 12 likes, and you never post again for 3 weeks. This is not a writing problem. It is a formatting and structure problem, and it kills LinkedIn consistency for even the most experienced professionals. You already have the raw material, but it's trapped. Here is the irony. Most professionals already have everything they need to post consistently on LinkedIn. They have a PDF guide they wrote last quarter. They have a webinar recording with 45 minutes of expertise. They have a competitor's article they have strong opinions about. They have a YouTube video they watched that sparked an idea. All of this raw material is sitting on their hard drive or in their browser history, and none of it is becoming LinkedIn content. Because the conversion step, turning raw source material into a structured, polished post, is exactly the part that takes an hour they do not have. Generic AI sounds like generic AI. Most professionals have already tried using ChatGPT or another general AI tool to write LinkedIn posts, and the result sounds exactly like what it is: generic, corporate, hollow. The problem is not AI writing. The problem is AI writing without your voice. General AI tools do not know your tone, your specific perspective, your industry positioning, or the way you naturally phrase things. The posts it generates sound like they could have been written by anyone. And on LinkedIn, anyone does not build a brand. Specificity does. Authenticity does. The alternative is extremely expensive. If you want someone else to solve this problem for you, the market is happy to take your money. A LinkedIn ghostwriter at the freelancer level costs $500 to $1,500 a month. A specialist ghostwriter, someone with real LinkedIn expertise and a proven track record, runs $2,000 to $2,500 a month. A premium agency or executive ghostwriting service, $3,000 to $5,000 a month. And at every price point, you are still spending hours briefing them, approving content, and managing the relationship. For most founders, consultants, and professionals, the ghostwriter option is simply not the economics of where they are right now. This is the exact gap that Dynal.AI is built to fill. Your voice, your ideas, your LinkedIn brand, in minutes per post, not hours, and on AppSumo for a lifetime fee. All right, let me walk you through what Dynal actually gives you. Feature 1, Voice Learning. Posts that sound like you, not like AI. The core capability that separates Dynal from a general AI writer is voice learning. You provide Dynal with samples of your existing writing, old posts, your bio, your emails, your notes, and the AI trains on your specific tone, vocabulary, and phrasing patterns. From that point on, every post Dynal generates sounds like you wrote it. Not like a press release, not like a corporate update. Like you, on your clearest, most articulate day. What this means: a Product Hunt reviewer said specifically that they loved the tone learning feature because the posts kept their voice intact. That is the test that matters on LinkedIn. If people who know you read your post and cannot tell an AI was involved, that is the bar. Dynal clears it. Feature 2, multi-source conversion. Every asset you have becomes content. This is the feature that unlocks the raw material problem. Dynal converts any source into a LinkedIn post. You drop in a URL, and it extracts the key insights. You upload a PDF, and it surfaces the sharpest takeaways. You paste a YouTube or TikTok video link, and it turns the content into a post with the core ideas intact. You screenshot a competitor's article you disagree with, and Dynal helps you write your counter take in your voice. You adapt a Twitter thread or an Instagram caption into LinkedIn format in one click. Vivid scenario: you spent 3 months writing a white paper. You presented it at a conference, then it sat in a folder on your Google Drive. You drop that PDF into Dynal. Before lunch, you have 5 distinct LinkedIn posts, each one pulling a different insight from the paper in your voice, formatted for the LinkedIn feed. That white paper just became a month of LinkedIn content. That is not productivity. That is leverage. Feature 3, Carousel Mode and AI-generated visuals. Carousel posts, multi-image slides, are consistently among the highest engagement post formats on LinkedIn. They take significant time to design in Canva or Figma. Dynal generates carousel-formatted posts with AI-created visuals automatically from the same source material you already uploaded. The visual layer of your content is handled inside the same tool with no Canva tab required. What this means for brand perception: your LinkedIn posts look designed. They look intentional. On a platform where most people post unformatted walls of text, a cleanly formatted carousel with strong visuals signals credibility before anyone reads a single word. Feature 4, trending topics plus industry-specific suggestions. One of the hardest parts of posting consistently is knowing what to post about when inspiration is low. Dynal solves this with AI-driven trending topic suggestions personalized to your industry and audience. You do not stare at a blank page wondering what is relevant right now. The platform surfaces what is getting traction in your space and prompts you with angles you can take on each topic. This is the difference between a content calendar you actually use and one you make in January and abandon by February. When the ideas are always there, the blank page problem disappears. Feature 5, Profile Analysis. Fix what's invisible before you post. Dynal includes a LinkedIn profile analyzer that gives you step-by-step, personalized recommendations to improve your visibility, credibility, and searchability. Your profile is the landing page your posts send people to. If the profile is weak, generic headline, empty about section, no featured posts, every post you publish is sending traffic to a page that converts nobody. Dynal fixes the foundation before you build the content strategy on top of it. Feature 6, Plan, Schedule, and Multi-Account Sync. Dynal's planning feature lets you generate and schedule a full week or more of posts in one session. You batch your content creation into one focused block, then let Dynal handle the scheduling and publishing to LinkedIn automatically. For professionals managing multiple personal brands or client accounts, you can sync up to 5 LinkedIn accounts and post to all of them from one dashboard with a single click. Concrete scenario: Sunday morning. You open Dynal, you drop in 3 links from articles you read this week, 2 ideas you jotted in your Notes app, and your latest project update. In 90 minutes, you have 2 weeks of LinkedIn content drafted, scheduled, and ready to go. Monday through Friday, posts go live automatically. You are consistent on LinkedIn, not because you are disciplined, but because Dynal is disciplined on your behalf. Here is what you need to know about Dynal's credibility. Because right now, it has 0 AppSumo reviews. It just launched, which makes this video one of the first serious breakdowns you will find anywhere. Let me give you something more valuable than star ratings. First, the founder's story is the product's story. Alex, Dynal's founder, built it to solve his own problem. He was attending startup meetups daily in Silicon Valley. At the end of every event, people would open LinkedIn, connect, share ideas. And every time he wanted to post something from those conversations, the process took 1 to 2 hours. Drafting, formatting, choosing visuals, time he could not afford to lose. So he built the tool he needed. When a product is born from the founder's own lived frustration, it tends to solve the real problem rather than the imagined one. That matters when you are evaluating software on a platform like AppSumo. Second, product hunt reception. The launch thread from October 2025 received specific praise for 2 things. The tone learning feature. Reviewers called out that it keeps your voice intact, which is the exact failure mode of generic AI tools, and the image generation capability alongside copy. One commenter said Dynal solves the consistency problem perfectly. That is the right language, because consistency, not quality of any single post, is what builds a LinkedIn brand that compounds. Third, the market context validates the urgency. LinkedIn's own data says 4 out of 5 members drive business decisions. B2B buyers research vendors and leaders on LinkedIn before they take meetings. The professionals who show up consistently with genuine insight are the ones who get the inbound calls, the partnership requests, the speaking slots. Dynal makes consistent showing up achievable for people who currently cannot. That is a real quantifiable value. And the AppSumo 60-day money-back guarantee means you have 2 months to test every feature before you commit. 0 risk during that window. All right, here's what Dynal does not do well and what you genuinely need to know before you decide. First, LinkedIn only for now. Dynal is built exclusively around LinkedIn. Cross-platform publishing, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, is on the product roadmap, but it is not available at launch. If your social media strategy spans multiple platforms and you are looking for one tool to manage all of them, Dynal is not that tool today. For LinkedIn-focused professionals and B2B brands, this is not a limitation. For social media managers running 5 channels, it is a real gap. Second, voice quality depends on what you feed it. The voice learning capability is genuinely strong, but it is only as good as the samples you give it to learn from. If you provide thin or inconsistent examples, the output will be thinner and less distinctly yours. The best results come from feeding Dynal a rich set of your existing writing up front. This is a one-time investment of effort that pays forward into every post from that point. But it is real work, and you need to know it exists. Third, it is a brand new platform with a short track record. Alex launched Dynal on Product Hunt in October 2025. The product vision is clear and the founding story is credible, but new means fewer integrations, an evolving feature set, and a smaller user community than established tools like Taplio or Shield. If you need a mature ecosystem with years of community templates, tutorials, and third-party integrations, Dynal is not there yet. Fourth, check the AppSumo deal credit structure carefully. AI-heavy tools on AppSumo increasingly use credit-based models for AI actions. Before you buy, go to the AppSumo listing and confirm exactly how many credits are included in your lifetime tier and what the top-up cost looks like if you post at high volume, say daily posts across 5 LinkedIn accounts. For a solo professional posting 3 to 5 times a week, this is unlikely to be an issue. For an agency managing multiple clients, verify the numbers first. Bottom line, if you are a founder, consultant, coach, executive, or B2B professional who needs to be consistently visible on LinkedIn, SEO, and right now you are not, Dynal is built precisely for you. If you need multi-platform publishing today, or you need a mature platform with years of ecosystem depth, be honest with yourself about that before you buy. Let me run the math that most people never sit down to actually do. Option 1, hire a LinkedIn ghostwriter. A freelancer-level ghostwriter costs $500 to $1,500 a month. For that, you get generic content that often requires heavy editing before it sounds like you. A specialist, Someone with real LinkedIn expertise and a track record of building audiences in your niche costs $2,000 to $2,500 a month. That is $24,000 to $30,000 a year. A premium agency or executive ghostwriting service runs $3,000 to $5,000 a month, $36,000 to $60,000 a year. And at every price point, you are still spending hours briefing, reviewing, and approving content every single week. Option 2, use a dedicated LinkedIn content tool like Taplio. Taplio runs approximately $65 to $99 a month depending on your plan. That is $780 to $1,180 a year, and it continues every year. You get scheduling and analytics, but the AI writing capability does not learn your voice in the same personalized way. Option 3, keep doing what you're doing, which is not posting, or posting 3 times a year when inspiration strikes. And watching the people in your industry who do post consistently build inbound pipelines, book speaking slots, attract partnerships, and compound their credibility while yours stays invisible. The Dynal.AI AppSumo deal. One-time, lifetime access. All future plan updates included. No monthly fee, no per-seat billing, no annual renewal. You pay once, and Dynal works for you every week for the rest of your career on LinkedIn. Compare that to a $2,500 a month ghostwriter. Dynal covers itself in the first few days of what you would have spent. From that point on, every post Dynal generates costs you nothing but the 10 minutes it takes to review and approve it. That is not a good deal versus a bad deal. That is a fundamentally different category of investment. Let me be precise about who Dynal.AI is built for. Dynal is for founders, CEOs, and executives who know LinkedIn should be a priority but cannot make themselves post consistently because the creation process takes too long. Consultants, coaches, and freelancers whose credibility compounds directly with their LinkedIn visibility and who are currently invisible. B2B professionals who have years of genuine expertise locked in their head, in their documents, and in their presentations, and none of it reaching their LinkedIn audience. Marketing managers and content strategists who manage LinkedIn content for founders or executives and need to produce more faster without sacrificing voice. Side hustle builders and solopreneurs who need a personal brand but cannot afford a $2,000 a month ghostwriter. Anyone who has tried ChatGPT for LinkedIn posts and found the output sounded generic, hollow, and nothing like them. Dynal is not for social media managers who need true multi-platform publishing across Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and LinkedIn from one tool today. Check back in 6 months. Users who want a mature platform with thousands of community templates, proven integrations, and years of ecosystem support. High-volume agencies posting daily to 20-plus client accounts who need to carefully verify the credit model before purchasing. Professionals who do not have a LinkedIn account or are not in a market where LinkedIn matters for their career or business. If you are in that first group, and if you have been nodding along for the last 7 minutes, you probably are, the AppSumo link is in the description below. Price increases in 4 days from launch. That is not a marketing line. AppSumo deals increase in price as they sell, and once the launch window closes, the lifetime deal ends. What you will pay in a week will be more than what you pay today. And what you will pay on Dynal's regular subscription pricing will be more than the lifetime deal every month, forever. Your LinkedIn brand compounds, but only if you start. The best time to start was 2 years ago. The second best time is today. The link is below. If this breakdown was useful, subscribe. I cover AppSumo deals every week, and I tell you exactly which ones are worth buying. See you in the next one.